This is Donald Trump's parents. His mother, Mary Ann, was an immigrant from Scotland. Now, Donald Trump believes that, quote, immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. So the question is, in any circumstances, could he be right? This is Donald's first wife, an immigrant, Ivana, who, according to the FBI, her Immigration and Naturalization Service file was, quote, fraught with inconsistencies regarding dates of residence, schooling, and employments. Anyway, Donald Trump and Ivana produced these three knuckleheads. Then Donnie Boy's third wife, another immigrant, Melania, who somehow got into America on, get this, an Einstein visa, which is reserved for people who are professionally acclaimed in their field. Think Pulitzer, Oscar, and Olympic winners, as well as respected academic researchers. But Melania is a woman who posed nude, plagiarized Michelle Obama, and complained how onerous it was to put out the White House Christmas decorations. And then they produced Barron. Hopefully Barron will disprove the theory that the apple never falls far from the tree. Anyway, in conclusion, the question is, have the immigrants related to Donnie Boy poison the blood of our country? What do you think?
Wait, the US is deporting 500,000 Haitians back to a war zone? Let's talk about this a little bit.
Hello guys, welcome once again to the channel. Now, America seems to be a land of deportations because since Trump got into power, his target is to deport almost everybody, including those people who are protected by law. The other day, he signed an order that questions the legal status of Haitians living in the United States. You know, since Haiti has been involved with the United States in some deals, they got some immigration pact that allowed Haitians to stay in the United States legally. But then Trump has gone back and retracted all those things that have been allowing Haitians to live in the United States freely. So right now, apart from Latinos who are protesting in LA and many other parts of America, Haitians are also being targeted. And there are a lot of people speaking out about what is currently happening. So listen to some of the reactions to this, then we shall come and talk about it more.
So here's some more news. What happens to 500,000 people when the US government takes away their legal status? The Trump administration just announced it's ending temporary protected status for Haitians effective September 2nd. Reuters reports that this decision could strip legal status from over 500,000 Haitian immigrants who have been living and working in the United States for years. The Department of Homeland Security says conditions in Haiti have improved, but human rights groups say that's not true, and points out that certain sections are still controlled by gangs. The bid to end TPS comes as violence, hunger, and political collapse continue to ravage Haiti. Advocacy groups have filed federal lawsuits to block the order, calling it arbitrary and dangerous. Without protections, families who have been here for decades could be deported with no path to stay. I'm Jared Zisser. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Substack for all breaking news, all breaking updates, and of course, the full story.
Wait, the US is deporting 500,000 Haitians back to a war zone? Let's talk about this a little bit. So here's the deal. Over 500,000 Haitians currently live under temporary protection status here in America, and the Department of Homeland Security just announced yesterday on Friday that that will be canceled in August, meaning that they are open to deportation September 3rd. These Haitians have been here paying their taxes, raising families, being great members of the community, are now facing deportation to what many consider a war zone. Currently in Haiti, 90% of the capital is controlled by armed gunmen, as well as kidnapping, SA, and many other organized crimes are rampant throughout Haiti. And many humanitarian people say that if we do send these people that have been here for the last decade to this place, it will be a death sentence, meaning that they will not survive as they do not have any protections whatsoever. This isn't immigration policy. This is cruelty because this is a war zone, and these families need a TPS extension. You can call your representatives. You can share this because we need to speak up, as these people have done nothing wrong and do not deserve to go back to a war zone. Thanks so much for being here. Please stay safe, stay informed, follow somebody you trust.
So Haitian people are the only Black Americans, the original Black Americans of the United States.
Well, according to this white man's paperwork, Trump administration is ending legal protection for over 500,000 Haitians. That's 500,000 Haitians that he's ending legal protection for. In this article, it states that it's safe. Haiti's is safe for Haitians to return now. I don't see where the confusion is at. Why would you guys identify as Black Americans where this white man's paperwork in black and white states that Haitians are from Hades? I seen a video recently, another Haitian person identified as a Puerto Rican, that he's from Puerto Rico. So I don't know what's going on in the Haitian community, but according to the white man's paperwork, they're deporting over 500,000 Haitians and that Hades is safe to return now. I hope Haitians return the same love to Americans that we show to y'all. Free housing, benefits. I hope you return that same love if we ever visit your island.
Hey babes, let's read this together, shall we? It says the Department of Homeland Security is terminating the legal status of over 5,000 Haitians currently living in the United States. When you read something on Twitter, you are supposed to do due diligence and verify if it's real. And so I did verify that it is real. However, let's talk about it. The TPS is a temporary protective status, and that status is given to immigrants who come to this country because there's political infighting in their country or political instability, because there's an immense amount of gang violence, natural disasters, things along those lines. So, according to the Trump administration, the people, the Haitians who are qualified under this status no longer meet the requirements for this status, because according to the Trump administration, things in Haiti are fine. They said they no longer meet the requirements. There's no problems there. There aren't any serious problems where they don't need to stay here. They can go back. And at the end of the summer, I can't remember the date, but at the end of the summer, that is when this will go into effect. I have a question. How many Black people you think will accidentally get round up in this? Because ICE is so reliable, right? You know, ICE knows exactly what they're doing. They'll do their due diligence to make sure that they don't have any Black Americans lumped in. You see what I'm saying? And then it's very interesting that they say, oh, come here legally, do it the legal way, and then whenever they fucking feel like it, they say, oh no, by the way, get the fuck out. Because that's essentially what this is. Because last time I checked, I don't think things in Haiti have calmed down that much for them to feel safe enough to go to fuck back. But you know what? I know, I'm just a person.
Donald Trump is now making it so legal immigrants are now illegal immigrants and can be removed from the country. The people in charge of Homeland Security announced today that around 500,000 Haitians that are in the country legally will no longer be able to stay in the country. They have to be out by September 2 of this year. The Haitians in America were supposed to be allowed to stay here until conditions improved in their country, but apparently that's not happening anymore. Things are really bad in Haiti. Powerful armed gangs control large parts of the capital, leading to daily violence, kidnappings, and disruptions to basic services. Many parts of Haiti do not have access to clean water. Many parts do not have access to electricity. The United Nations and other global bodies have discussed sending a security force to Haiti to make it a livable place, but that hasn't happened yet. So now these refugees are going to have nowhere to go.
Now, I myself am not Haitian. I have a Haitian child and plenty of Haitian people that I call family and friends. I know for a fact there is a lot of y'all watching this TPS situation with heavy hearts, because the person who holds your whole household together might have to leave. If that's your reality, I want to give y'all a few solid tips to start protecting your family now, especially those that have young children or geriatric family members or disabled family members. The first step is getting a power of attorney. Make sure your loved one signed paperwork giving someone legal authority to handle bills, school, or property if they are seized or taken. You need to make emergency folders or binders to put all important documents, passports, birth certificates, work permits, marriage licenses in one safe, accessible spot and make copies. 3 is for people with children or, of course, disabled people or incompetent family members, is a guardianship plan. If you know for a fact this child or this dependent is losing a caregiver, or better yet, a parent, set up legal temporary guardianship. Find someone you can trust so your kids don't end up in state custody, especially if you're in Florida. The 4th one is going to be hard, but you guys need to free up your financial status here, like all of your bank accounts. You need to give to one trusted family member access to that money. Make sure that trusted family member can access a shared bank account to continue paying your bills, uphold your business, and so on and so forth. They will seize that bank account and they will take that money. So perhaps you need to, in addition to that power of attorney, maybe make that person, add that person as a beneficiary, or make your regular singular accounts into joint accounts with this trusted person. And lastly, like I stated in my other videos, seek legal aid now. Don't wait until you start getting letters or notices to start taking action. Seek help and legal advice now. I am not an attorney, I'm not a legal aid, and I'm not a professional, but these are like just common sense tips that I'd like to share with you guys so you not wait until the last minute. Even if you know you can't stop what's coming, we can prepare for it. Protect your people. We don't just survive, we plan.
So the Trump administration announced that they are ending temporary protected status for 500,000 Haitians in this country. Haitian TPS is now eliminated, right? And now, unfortunately, these Haitian migrants are facing deportation to the island, which is facing all kinds of unrest, turmoil, gang violence, etc. Temporary protected status is a legal status that migrants can obtain if they are eligible, depending on their countries, and if they're designated as places that are unsafe for these migrants to return to. They're given a work permit, protection from deportation, driver's license, etc. The US government says that the environmental situation in Haiti has improved enough that it is safe for Haitian citizens to return home, and that this decision restores integrity in the US immigration system and ensures that TPS is actually temporary. Okay. So I would love for someone to explain to me, if that's the case, if Haiti's environmental situation is now, okay, and it's safe to return to the island, why does the US Department of State warn US citizens to not travel to Haiti, right? A travel advisory. Do not travel to Haiti due to kidnapping, crime, civil unrest, and limited health care. If the situation in Haiti has improved, why don't you take this travel advisory off? Very simple answer, because it's bullshit. Unfortunately, the conditions on the island have not improved. Haitians have contributed so much to this country, to Miami-Dade County in general, to Florida, culturally, socially. They're so hardworking, so family-oriented. They're great people. Haitians are amazing people, right? Very smart people. And now they're facing deportation because the conditions on the island have improved. Bueno, remember, each and every single one of you that voted for this garbage is to blame. You guys are to blame for all the people that are being wrongfully deported, that are being harmed. All of you are to blame for that. Every single person that voted for Donald Trump is to blame for all these things that shouldn't be happening.
So somebody asked me why I don't think it's safe for Haitians to go back to Haiti. Because for those who don't know, this administration has decided to remove temporary protected status from like 500,000 Haitians and send them back to Haiti. And the question again was, why don't I think it's safe for them to go back to Haiti? Now, first of all, let's say I was a real G, an actual G, and hopefully y'all know what a G is, okay? If I was a real G, this is just freaking the perfect opportunity. That's point number one, okay? Number two, everyone now knows that 500,000 Haitian people who make a living in the United States of America will end up going back to Haiti through an airplane, okay? That's point number two. Point number three, I don't know what the flip or where y'all been, but they was posting up at airports, dog. They were posting up at airports. Okay, Haiti isn't that big, number one. Okay, so I don't think they have a whole bunch of airports. Okay, so it's easy to post up. It's easy to post up for any G, real G, plural, real G's, to post up and wait. And for anybody, look, you have I don't know how many airports. I should have looked it up. They might have to land somewhere else, but I mean, they might have to find some other places to go or divert or whatever. But if I was a real G, I'm like, post up, go over there and post up, go over there and post up and wait. Now we can either do what we did before, or we can follow them. It's just simple as that. Okay, I don't know whether y'all know it or not, but, and I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but they were pew-pewing the flights, dog. They were pew-pewing the flights last year. Okay, anytime, look, you're not about to see me back to nowhere there where when I land, the freaking flights get pew-pewed. Okay, because I'm about to go right back to my seat. Because what? Because what? There is no control. Okay? There is no control. When you can post up at freaking airports and pew pew at the... Take me back to wherever I'm from. Okay? Because everywhere has G's. Okay? Everywhere has G's. I don't care where you go. Everywhere got G's. Okay? Real G's. But when they can post up at the freaking airport and pew pew and ain't nothing happening, no, it's just simply not safe. I don't care. I know that the majority of the violence is going on in one area, okay, but that spreads, and there are wonderful, safer spots around Haiti, yes, but when you got real G's posting up and they know what's getting ready to happen, and they know these people are coming from America, and these G's want money, that's why. I mean, I'm not sure how many of you have moved elsewhere before, but I've moved many times over my lifetime, right? And you know who knew spin the block. You know exactly who is new in the area. Your ears are open. You know, by the time they move in, you know where they done came from. You know what the flip going on. You know what they drive. You know everything. You know who their family members are. Somebody that came to meet them. You know everything. Okay? And word is like, word travels fast. Okay? So you know how to spot it. I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's safe. I just don't. For anybody to just think that, okay, yeah, they have safe spots in Haiti. Yeah, they got safe. Get there. And then you just never know. You just never know who done post up and watch your tail and your family roll through. And they was like, okay, we know where they at. We know what a spot is today. Tomorrow, this is what we gonna do. It's not safe. I mean, where they gonna land? Where are they going to land that isn't widely known by G's? And then, you talk about family members, and of course they have family members down there. Okay, of course there's family down there. But again, when you post, has anybody ever been to a flight? Okay, and the people who are coming out with the luggage, okay, that's who are coming. That's who's coming. That's the arrivants. Right there. And a lot of times they have someone to pick them up from the airport. It's not that hard. And we are talking about G's who were pewing at no, it's just not safe. No, because you couldn't tell me to go somewhere. You could not tell me to voluntarily go somewhere where just last year Just last year. Last year was like a little bit of months ago, like 6 months ago. Last year they was posted up pew pewing. Not in a neighborhood somewhere. No, they was at the airport. And we're talking holes in airplanes. No. That is not a safe place. Sorry. That does not happen often. Okay? In places around the world. Okay? That's not safe. Period. I don't care what you say. So somebody asked me why I don't think it's safe for Haitians to go back to Haiti.
How does this make sense? The Trump administration has been telling Americans that are in Haiti to leave Haiti because Haiti is too dangerous. Recently, the same Trump administration canceled the TPS for Haitian and planned to return the Haitians back to Haiti, a country that they claim are too dangerous for Americans. But yet, they're telling Haitian that the country has improved. So let's make this make sense. For American to be there, it is too dangerous. But for Haitian in the United States being returned to Haiti, the country has improved. How does that make sense?
On this day, June 27th, 2025, DHS officially terminated TPS for Haitians and all of them who are currently here in this country. Despite the UN reports and the world news that they have an unstable government, gang rule, and that people are literally fleeing for their lives. No more extensions. As of September 2nd, 2025, all Haitians who are here have to find another pathway. This is Trump's America. So I urge anyone who is Haitian in here and does not have a green card or is not a naturalized citizen to pursue any pathway that may be available to you now. Start exploring options now, because TPS is done.
The Department of Homeland Security just terminated the temporary protective status for Haitian immigrants in the U.S. colonial government. This is coming directly from the U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services page here. Now, it's no secret that there are many Haitian refugees and immigrants that are in Ohio, specifically in the Dayton-Springfield area, and that has been the topic of discussion, especially on the campaign trail for Trump and J.D. Vance. And after their ridiculous claims and lies that were fought back by many of the local legislators and even the governor of Ohio, they are still actively targeting this community. And the Haitian community has been through enough, especially since those lies. They have been the target of so many white supremacist hate speech, hate rallies, and hate crimes. It's just unbelievable. And now they have to deal with their temporary protected status, going away. And going away by September 2nd of this year. And the DHS spokesperson actually said this decision restores integrity in our immigration system and ensures that temporary protective status actually is temporary. Now, I'm not about anything with the U.S. colonial government, but I will say that people have, faith and trust in the temporary protective status program when they know that it's working effectively for individuals that have been impacted by U.S. imperialism and global harm. So if the need is there, than the resources should be. And it should just be that plain and simple. And they have the nerve to say that conditions in Haiti no longer warrant this requirement, which is bullshit. And many advocates have spoken up about this. Haitian folks speaking up about this. And there are about 521,000 Haitian folks living in the U.S. right now who are going to be impacted in September. And we know Haitian folks are not the only ones that are being targeted. Like, this is all a part of a bigger crackdown that he has and that he's been doing this entire time. With 350,000 Venezuelans that have been impacted, thousands of people from Afghanistan and Cameroon that are impacted as well. And the Supreme Court, of course, majority Republican, put in by Republicans, are uplifting this and are allowing this to happen and are continue to rule in Trump's favor. And in a separate order on May 30th, the court also ruled that Trump can revoke a separate status known as parole, which is impacting other immigrant communities. And I just want to uplift how many Haitian immigrants and other immigrant communities are speaking up about how, TPS is very difficult life to live. You're always concerned about it going away based on leadership changes. You're always paying different types of fees and having to renew things, and you're constantly living in fear. And it's just so unfair because at the end of the day, the U.S. colonial government is harming and impacting multiple countries, destabilizing them, destabilizing their economy, stealing from them, stealing their wealth and resources, and influencing their elections and government processes overall. And then we have the nerve based on leadership changes to decide how often folks have to worry and be in fear of their safety. And an important point is that he tried to do this his first term and wipe out most of TPS enrollments then, and he was stalemated by federal courts, which is why the majority Republican SCOTUS limited federal judges' ability to block executive actions nationwide. Trump administration wanted to make sure that this happened so that he wouldn't be stalemated in the way that he was in his first term, and he can continue this ridiculous targeted crackdown on immigrant communities. And advocates are arguing that the conditions in Haiti right now still warrant extending the TPS program and extending relief for folks. And the immigrant and the Haitian community as well has been speaking up, and we need to listen to them. Just alone last year, there was multiple forms of conflict and violence. We have people who are displaced in Port-au-Prince. There's about 1 million people who are now houseless. This decision that SCOTUS just made is going to have severe consequences for our immigrant communities. We as residents need to be doing everything we can to unify together to make sure that folks have resources and support. And when we see the ice cubes in our neighborhoods, we need to try to shut that down as much as we can. Let's protect our immigrant communities.
All right, you guys, so I'm about to break down what's going on with the Haitian immigrants and their TPS status. TPS expired on August 3rd, 2025, and the Department of Homeland Security will officially end protections on September 2nd, 2025, for approximately 500 to 520,000 Haitian nationals who have been residing, working legally in the U.S. since the 2010 earthquake. The deportation protections offered by Humanitarian Parole Program, CHNV, for Haitian arrivals have already been rescinded earlier this year. Let's keep going. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem has stated that conditions in Haiti have improved enough to warrant ending TPS, framing it as restoring integrity to the immigration system. DHS has also encouraged Haitians with TPS to voluntarily return via CBH Home app, offering incentives such as a plane ticket or a $1,000 bonus. Basically, the DHS Secretary Kristi Noem and that department has done enough investigations to come to the conclusion that Haiti is safe enough for lots of those immigrants and asylum seekers to actually go back now. The U.S. Senate Department still advises against travel to Haiti due to rampant violence, kidnappings, civil unrest, and deteriorating healthcare infrastructure. Humanitarian organizations and some U.S. lawmakers, Rep. Anna Presley, along with Amnesty International and the UN, warned that mass deportations risk forcing individuals back into life-threatening situations. Some have lived in the U.S. for over a decade. Affected communities across America include Springfield, Ohio, where an influx of 15 to 20,000 Haitians have settled, are preparing for strain on jobs, housing, and public services. This move aligns with border efforts by the Trump administration to terminate TPS, not only for Haitians, but other nationalities such as Afghans, Venezuelans, and Cameroonians.
So, to the people that are saying things like, oh, do it the right way, say that to the 500,000 Haitians who are currently in the U.S. under TPS. Because Trump and his people, his administration, decided that, I read it on the website, that they realized Haiti is in better condition, so Haitians should be able to go back home. No, it's not. Because I spoke to my dad yesterday, and he sounded so sad, and I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, it's really crazy over here, blah, blah, blah. And my dad is a green card holder. And it just makes me so angry that he's giving these people 2 months, not even 2 years, a year, 6 months, 2 months. Most of them have been here since 2010 after the earthquake, and we're in 2025, so that makes 15 years. A lot of them came here as a kid. They graduated high school, college. Some of them came as adults. They probably have houses, cars. They have a life here. They've settled here. And this has been extended every 2 years. I believe it was supposed to end next year. Like, you couldn't say, hey, after next year, we're not renewing it. Like, you really decide, you know what? No, get out of here. And I just feel like it's so mean. A lot of things are happening in Haiti right now. There's no commercial flights going to the capital because of the crime and stuff like that. There are flights going to Cap Haitien, but I think that's one flight a day, and that's very far from the capital and from when everybody is from. And honestly, a lot of these people don't even have family in Haiti anymore. A lot of people don't. A lot of people's family just came here or went other places, but everyone's story is different. And I just feel like that is so mean. And to the people making crazy comments, especially people with our skin complexion, so sad. The comments that I'm reading, y'all so mean. And to the things that that has been happening here for all these years, the past 60 years in this country, the racism, for y'all to react this way towards your own people. When I say your own people, not culture or nationality, but clearly these people are black as well. To do that to other people, y'all so sad. Y'all so sad. Y'all so mean. But you know what? You got it. You got it. But I'm just hoping for better days in my country. I really hope, you know what? Maybe this is a wake-up call, and we can make the country better, and people can go back home. But as of this time, Haiti is not good right now. So I'm not sure what the next step is for these people in the country. But fingers crossed.
It seems things are going to be tough in the United States. They have targeted Latinos, and since Latinos are cooperating, now they have come to Haitians. Next, they will go to Asian Americans, and then they will go to other groups. So it seems this is what Trump planned to do, and is doing it successfully, albeit under some criticisms by Americans who mean well for their country. The black community, particularly Haitian Americans, is deeply upset by President Trump's decision to end temporary protected status, TPS, for over 500,000 Haitians, as it threatens to deport individuals who have built lives in the United States for over a decade. Many see this as a racially motivated policy, given Haiti's ongoing crisis, marked by gang violence controlling up to 90% of Port-au-Prince, 1.3 million people displaced, and acute hunger affecting nearly half of the population. Deporting Haitians to such dangerous conditions is viewed as a disregard to their safety and contributions, fueling perceptions of systemic anti-black bias in immigration policy. The decision exacerbates fears of economic and social disruption within black communities, especially in areas like Miami, where Haitians make up significant portion of the workforce in essential sectors like healthcare and construction. Community leaders like those from the Haitian Bridge Alliance argue that stripping TPS from law-abiding immigrants who followed legal pathways undermines their dignity and stability, leaving families, including US-born children, in limbo. This move is seen as part of a broader pattern of targeting black immigrants, amplifying distrust in the administration's motive. Trump's inflammatory rhetoric, including baseless claims during the campaign about Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, eating pets, has further inflamed tensions. These sentiments, widely debunked, incited hate crimes and fear, making Haitian communities feel scapegoated. Black Americans, already sensitive to historical patterns of racism in immigration policy, view this as an extension of anti-black xenophobia, with posts on X reflecting outrage over the policy's perceived white nationalist undertones. The combination of dehumanizing rhetoric and mass deportation threats has galvanized opposition, with advocates vowing legal challenges to protect Haitian immigrants. I think that is just the right thing they should do. These immigrants must be supported. Trump is crossing the red line. If he starts deporting everybody who is not an originally American indigenous person, then everybody will leave United States, because everybody who came there except the indigenous people do not have America as their place of origin. Even Trump himself, his father is not a Native American. So he can't come and claim that he knows who is American more than any other person. His wife is not American. So what if people started saying that even his wife is supposed to be deported? If there is any president who was supposed to be friendly in terms of developing sound immigration policies, then Trump is one of them, because he has benefited quite largely on using foreign labor, and also he has a wife who is not American born. Tell me down in the comment section what you think about this. And if you're watching us for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, and share. Thank you, and let's meet on the next one.